And now we ought to be live on YouTube. This is the final stream before Thanksgiving break, and I want to do more reading of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, so that's what we're doing. We're probably just going to jump right into it. Is there anything really for me to... I can't really think of much to say, so I think we might just jump straight into it. Oh, give me one minute. Oh, goodness. Let me make sure we're live real quick on YouTube. It sometimes has been persnickety for me the last... Okay. So we have gotten through... Actually, for context, we've been reading this. We've done part 1 where we got through, I think, the first 4 chapters, Story of the Door, where they, two guys walk by a door and they're like, hey, that's a crappy house. And the other guy's like, hey, a crappy guy lives there. And, Mr. Utterson, the first guy, he's like, you don't say. And it's like, yeah, I do say. And Mr. Utterson's like, cool, bro. Then the search for Mr. Hyde, Utterson's like, I really need to find out about that crappy guy. Because that guy, he has the same name as a dude who's like set to inherit like everything from like a friend of mine. So let me see who that dude is. So then he meets his friend of his named Dr. Jekyll, which we gave a southern gentleman accent. I don't know why. Nobody else had a southern gentleman accent, but he did. So Dr. Jekyll was like, don't worry about it, bro. He's a good guy. And it's just like, I don't know. The guy literally stepped over a child like it was Black Friday and he really wanted that Xbox. It's like, don't worry about it. Mr. Hyde, he's a cool dude. He's just a little rambunctious youth is all. Don't worry about it. Then there's the Caraway murder. Turns out, Mr. Hyde ain't a cool dude. He killed a guy. Not only that, but he's also really stupid. He left his cane. He broke a dude's head in and left the evidence. Like, we don't even get a mystery plot. I mean, they didn't even have to call in Columbo to solve this stuff. It was right there. They had a witness and everything. Terrible murder. 0 out of 10. Now we have the incident with the letter. So let us read. It was late in the afternoon when Mr. Utterson found his way to Dr. Jekyll's door, where he was at once admitted by Poole and carried down by the kitchen office and across the yard, which had once been a garden, to the building which was indifferently known as the laboratory or dissecting rooms. The doctor had bought the house from the heirs of celebrated surgeon, and his own tastes, being rather chemical than anatomical, had changed the destination of the block at the bottom of the garden. It was the first time that the lawyer had been received in that part of his friend's quarters, and he eyed the dingy, windowless structure with curiosity, and gazed round with a distasteful sense of strangeness as he crossed the theatre, once crowded with eager students, and now lying gaunt and silent, the table laden with chemical apparatus, the floor strewn with crates and littered with packing straw, the light falling dimly through the foggy cupola. Wait, yeah, whatever. At the further end, a flight of stairs mounted to a door covered with red baize, and through this Mr. Utterson was at last received into the doctor's cabinet. It was a large room, fitted round with glass presses, furnished among other things with a cheval glass and a business table, and looking out upon the country by 3 dusty windows barred with iron. The fire burned in the grate. A lamp was set lighted on the chimney shelf, for even in the house the fog began to lie thickly, and there, close up to the warmth, sat Dr. Jekyll, looking deathly sick. He did not rise to meet his visitor. He held out a cold hand and bade him welcome to changed voice. In a changed voice. Hold up, I just realized I don't have my glasses on. Maybe that's why I'm stumbling a bit. And now, Mr. Utterson, as soon as Poole had left behind. "You have heard the news." The doctor shuddered. "There were crying it in the square," he said. "I heard them in my dining room." "One word," said the lawyer. "Carew was my client. But so are you, and I want to know what I am doing. You have not been mad enough to hide this fellow." Wait, you have not been mad enough to hide this fellow? "Utterson, I swear to God," cried the doctor, "I swear to God I will never set eyes on him again. I bind my honor to you that I am done with him in this world. It is all at an end. It is all at an end, and indeed he does not want my help. You do not know him as I do. He is safe. He is quite safe. Mark my words. He will never more be heard of." The lawyer listened gloomily. He did not like his friend's feverish manner. "You seem pretty sure of him," he said. "And for your sake, I hope you may be right. If it came to a trial, your name might appear." "I am quite sure of it," replied Jekyll. "I have grounds for certainty that I cannot share with anyone, but there is one thing on which you may advise me. I have received a letter, and I am at loss whether I should show it to the police. I should like to leave it in your hands, Utterson. You would judge wisely, I am sure. I have so great trust in you." "You fear, I suppose, that it might lead to this detection, to his detection?" asked the lawyer. "No," said the other. I cannot say that I care what becomes of Hyde. I am quite done with him. I was thinking of my own character, which this hateful business has rather exposed." Utterson ruminated a while. He was surprised at his friend's selfishness, uh, and yet relieved by it. "Well," said he at last, "let me see the letter." The letter was written in an odd, upright hand and signed Edward Hyde. And it signified, briefly enough, that the writer's benefactor, Dr. Jekyll, whom he had long so unworthily repaid for 1,000 generosities, need labor under no alarm for his safety, as he had means to escape on which he placed a sure dependence. The lawyer liked this letter well enough. It put a better color on the intimacy than he had looked for, and he blamed himself for some of his past suspicions. "Have you the envelope?" he asked. "I burned it," replied Jekyll, "before I thought that I was what I was about. But it bore no postmark. The note was handed in." "Shall I keep this and sleep upon it?" asked Utterson. One moment, I want to check the audio real quick. Okay, sorry about that. "I wish you to judge for me entirely," was the reply. "I have lost confidence in myself." "Well, I shall consider," returned the lawyer. "And now one word more. It was Hyde who dictated the terms of your will about that disappearance." Doctor seemed seized with the qualm of faintness. He shut his mouth tight and nodded. "I knew it," said Utterson. "He meant to murder you. You had a fine escape." "I have had what is far more to the purpose," returned the doctor solemnly. I have had a lesson. Oh God, Utterson, what a lesson I have had." And he covered his face for a moment with his hands. On his way out, the lawyer stopped and had a word or two with Poole. By the by, he said, there was a letter handed in today. What was the messenger like? But Poole was positive nothing had come except by post. Uh, and only circulars by that, he added. This news sent off the visitor with his fears renewed. Plainly, the letter had come by the laboratory door. Possibly, indeed, it had been written in the cabinet, and if that was so, it must be differently judged and handled with more caution. The newsboys, as he went, were crying themselves hoarse along the footways. Special edition, shocking murder of an MP. That was the funeral orations of one friend and client, and he could not help a certain apprehension lest the good name of another should be sucked down in the eddy of the scandal. It was at last a ticklish decision that he had to make, and self-reliant as he was by habit, he began to cherish a longing for advice. So he was not to be had directly, but perhaps he thought it might be fished for. Presently after, he sat on one side of his hearth. Oh, did we? Oh no, it just did that stupid thing where it disconnects and reconnects on YouTube. I don't know what's wrong with OBS. Presently after, he sat on one side of his own hearth, with Mr. Guest, his head clerk, upon the other, and midway between, at a nicely calculated distance from the fire, a bottle of a particular old wine had long dwelt unsunned in the foundations of his house. The fog still slept on the wing above the drowned city, where the lamps glimmered like carbonicles. I forget. And through the muffle and the smother of the fallen clouds, the procession of the town's life was still rolling in through the great arteries with the sound as of a mighty wind. But the room was gay with firelight. In the bottle, the acids were long ago resolved. The imperial dye had softened with time, as the color grows richer in stained windows, and the glow of hot autumn afternoons on the hillside vineyards was ready to be set free and to disperse the fogs of London. Insensibly the lawyer melted. There was no man from whom he kept fewer secrets than Mr. Guest, and he was not always sure what that he kept it as many as he meant. Guest had often been in a business to the doctors. He knew Poole. He could scare him. He could scarce have failed to hear of Hyde's familiarity about the house. He might draw conclusions. Was it not as well, then, that he should see the letter which put the mystery to right? And above all, since Guest, being a great student and critic of handwriting, would consider the step natural and obliging. The clerk, besides, was a man of counsel. He could scarce read so strange a document without dropping a remark, and by that remark Mr. Utterson might shape his future course. This is sad business about wait. Okay. Yeah, this is sad business about Sir Danvers, he said. Yes, sir. Indeed, it is elicited. Whatever. I'm fucking up the pronunciation. Elicited. My God, I'm an idiot. Elicited a great deal of public feeling, said Guest. The man, of course, was mad. I should like to hear your views on that, replied Utterson. I have a document here in his handwriting. It is between ourselves, for I scarce know what to do about it. It is ugly business at best, but there it is, quite in your way, a murderer's autograph. Guest's eyes brightened, and he sat down at once and studied it with passion. No, sir, he said, not mad, but it is an odd hand. And by all accounts, a very odd writer, said the lawyer. Just then, the servant entered with a note. Is that from Dr. Jekyll, sir? Inquired the clerk. I thought I knew the writing. Anything private, Mr. Utterson? Only an invitation to dinner. Why? What do you see to... Oh, do you want to see it? One moment, I thank you, sir. And the clerk laid the 2 sheets of paper alongside and sedulously compared the contents. Thank you, sir, he said at last, returning both. It is a very interesting autograph. There was a pause, during which Mr. Utterson struggled with himself. Why did you compare them, guest? He inquired suddenly. Well, sir, returned clerk, there's a rather singular resemblance. The 2 hands are in many points identical, only differently sloped. Rather quaint, said Mr. Utterson. It is, as you say, rather quaint, returned Guest. I wouldn't speak of this note, you know, said the master. No, sir, said the clerk. I understand. But no sooner was Utterson alone that night than he locked the note into his safe, where it reposed from the time forward. What, he thought, Henry Jekyll's forge for a murderer. Sorry. What, he thought, Henry Jekyll forged for a murderer. And blood ran cold in his veins. Ooh, that chapter was also a shorter one. These chapters are a little all over the place, but that's 1 chapter down, meaning we can talk about what happened in it and do some Holocure. But because we jump between the 2, let's get Holocure up, please. Ooh, I haven't done these reading very often, so what? So I'm not quite sure where the in the grand list of things, I can't always remember where the reading is. But for Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, what I do know is that oh wait, I need the audio on. What I do know is, darn it, they were playing as Haachama. And I should probably put up the explain. But intermission gaming. Then okay. Ooh. So Burma Jesus found out there's more of a connection between Hyde and Jekyll. Whoa! The plot thickens. The reveal is coming. The twist chat is on its way. Ooh. It actually is good how they're setting up the twist and whatnot. Like, it is always interesting to read these older stories where, like, they're premised on plot elements that everyone already knows in the modern day. And seeing if, with that knowledge, like, if everything still holds up well. Ooh. Ooh. I am, though, excited for... Ooh. Actually, let's say, for Thanksgiving, but actually I wanted to talk about the schedule, because I got it wrong yesterday. I talked a bit about schedule. Why are there so many people here right now? They tune in right in the intermission. It's fine. I got the schedule wrong. It is Shock Mommy for next week, followed... and we... God, I can't remember the schedule even me saying this. but it's gonna be. Ooh. Sorry, it's Shogmami collab, then Christmas karaoke, then it is us finishing up Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and then it is us finishing the Statue of Liberty. Did it? Ready? I'm feeling maybe I shouldn't have done 2 back-to-back talkie streams for this week, but I think it relates to the fact that I have a headache, or not even a headache, I just have a little bit of cloudy mind right now. I'm just hoping with as stream goes on, it'll start clearing up. It's also affecting my reading and whatnot. Ooh. Actually, if somebody tunes in now, I mean, and they don't want the game, and they're a little late for the reading, they can literally just go back to the reading, I suppose. Whoop! I don't know why I'm saying that. Oh god, please. Ah! Stop it, please. Okay. God, it was such a quick chapter that there's not as much to talk about, and we already refreshed on the story at the start. Oh god. So I'm just gonna go into other topics, and that, is how in the Sonic movies, it looks like there's been more character development for, like, Eggman than anyone else. Because it really feels more like the origin story for Eggman at this point, as Jim Carrey slowly becomes more and more as Ivo Robotnik as time goes on in those movies, to the point where he finally has like a more classical styled outfit in the upcoming film. He's kind of getting fatter. They keep putting him in like a bigger fat suit in each film. He's getting like a little huskier each movie as it goes on. But he's still Jim Carrey, so he still has those long ass legs. You know, has those long Conan O'Brien legs, just like, oh god. Just like Ivo Robotnik's character model, so it like works out really well. Oh my goodness. It's actually kind of funny. Oh, Jim Carrey is seemingly treating it like a passion project, the whole Dr. Eggman character. He's like, I don't really care to do anything else, but you know, I'll do this silly character. I'll play 2 of the same character in this movie. I'll play his grandpa or whatever as well. Oh god. Goodness. I hope my audience is going to have some family to see over the week. I mean, my European audience, I don't really know what that. You're just gonna have another week. But in America, we have Thanksgiving, where we go and we see family and we have a good time. Unless we're politically dumb and then we want to argue about politics instead of having a good time. Oh. It's always whoever has like the most scarce minority opinion is just like, well, everyone's here, so they have to listen to me. And it's like, no, we don't. We really don't. And typically in a lot of situations, people are like, no, just don't start a fight. I'm like, no, I'm gonna call him an idiot. I'm just gonna. I am the person who will just be like, you're just absolutely have no brain cells in that head. There's this empty space in there. Like, it's imagine with it is hard to believe with all that hot air in your head. You know, you just don't float away, man. Ooh. Oh god. For the most part, I'm excited because I get to make pierogies. I can make some pumpkin pie. Ooh, get to make some cornbread. I get to make food. That's all I'm gonna be doing tomorrow, just pre-cooking, prepping food, really. It's here, idle, coexistence. How have we not gotten this one yet? Okay. Undo the healing mechanic and immediately take a shitload of damage. Let's wait that for when we have something to enchant. Spider? Yes, because she gets bonuses from spider stuff. Ooh. I forget, does Haachama sing at all? A lot of the Holo Live girls sing. I mean, that's because it's based off of like idol stuff and whatnot, but even some of the ones that I'd even know sing, like that you wouldn't even think would sing apparently, or at least have songs. Oh god. Like, I would never guess that Subaru had a song, but apparently she does! Christ alive. Ooh. Maybe I shouldn't have done that when I... Maybe this was a mistake. Awaken. Oh my god, it's the eyes from the Queen meme. Queen never cry. Oh goodness. 1 minute, I'm gonna need to organize my thoughts real quick because I'm just being dumb. Okay. I'm in overly self-conscious or some shit, and that's all it is. I was getting cloudy mind and I'm thinking about like doing stuff and thinking about talking instead of just talking, and so like I'm in that downward spiral loop thing, and it's just a toxic thing, you know. And like one of the things in VTubing and in just like streaming, whatever, is just the fact that you need to not overthink it, because there's nothing to overthink, you know. But like sometimes, especially if you're self-critical, you know, it's easy to get fucking, you know, it's easy to get into that downward spiral thought process, and you just need to reorient yourself. You know, you just can't be overly critical. You can't be the stupid there sitting, you know. Everyone has two sides to us, you know. Like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde shows, you know, there's two sides to us, chat. And we just can't let the bad side of us, we can't let that, you know, those negative sides of us, you know, be our master. Because it leads us to terrible actions and terrible deeds, you know, whether that be, you know, harm to others or harm to ourselves. I found a way to tie that back to the book. You're damn right I did. I'm proud of that. Let's see, you're all enchanted. You're all beautiful. I don't need to upgrade any of you. I'm just really hoping... Ooh. Excuse me. 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 I'm not gonna keep that up forever. Who has the weirdest mascot in Hololive, I wonder? Ooh. Guess that'd be a subjective question, but I'm actually... Usually they're just like a simplified version of their own concept. You know, like Mori Calliope's a Reaper, so like her fans are just, you know, skeletons. Usually it's pretty simple and straightforward. It's not always simple and straightforward when somebody's like, oh my god, this Japanese girl, she sounds like a duck. I'm gonna put her in memes, and then it's just like, well, now your fans are ducks. It's just like... my sleep cycle has gone to absolute hell. Oh shit, my sleep cycle has gone to absolute hell because I keep staying up, and then like GM Powerline starts streaming and I was like, I should watch his stream, and then I stay up for that and I stay up even later. It's a horrible cycle where I'm not getting any sleep, which might be the reason why I'm a little addle-brained right now, because I needed some rest earlier. I almost fell unconscious in the middle of the day. And I fucking should have, you know, I had an opportunity to take a siesta, I didn't take it. And I think that was a mistake right now, because my brain is like half cooked. And it ain't a good time, chat. If you have the opportunity for siesta, take it. Do not look that gift horse in the mouth. You accept it, chat. Ooh. Please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. Poor Miku. Not only can she not speak English, but she can't even speak Japanese. A true shame. Let's see here. Coexistence, thank you. Actually, I feel like I kind of got lucky for Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde picking it to read. I just kind of picked it at random. I was like, oh hey. I feel like this would fit with VTubers with the whole, like, you know, 2 characters in one, you know, form thing. That's literally the only motivation that had me pick it. But I feel like I got really lucky in the fact that... Please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't. I feel like I got really lucky in the fact that it is... Not only has short chapters, but it itself is a novella, so... Which means it's just a long, short story, effectively. So it's very, it's very easy to read. I can put in these intermissions very easily. We can talk about it, or we can just talk about whatever in between. Ooh. And sometimes it's the luck of the draw, because I know GM Powerlines. I watched his stream last night, and he apparently just dreads the idea of any time Van Helsing talks, because apparently Van Helsing just, every time he talks, just goes into a monologue that just goes on, that just drones on. Ooh. And all the monologues are, and I can attest to this from what he read, it's just Van Helsing hyping up Dracula, which is weird, because, I mean, you're Van Helsing, why are you hyping up Dracula? But it's like, this dude, he's the evilest thing to ever live. He's so evil. I swear he's the most evil of all evil. He's more evil than Satan's left testicle, which we all know is the more evil testicle. And you're just saying that as like, dude, you're just saying he's evil and not even in creative ways. You're just going, he's evil, guys. I'm telling you, he's bad. He's a jerk. It's just like, do you have anything more to put? Like, no. It's like, what? Like, you told us, like, you literally had a page-long monologue 2 pages ago, and you're doing another page-long monologue where you're saying the same damn thing. Like, what am I dealing with right here? Oh my god. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Let's see here. Bucket. I really need to look up the combos for this game. Ooh. So I'm a little disappointed in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde that there's not more Hyde scenes. Because one thing I really wanted to do was switching between the character model, the character costumes more. Ooh. But it turns out Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is a mystery story. It is not the traditional sci-fi that it is, sci-fi horror that it is portrayed as. It turns out it is more of a sci-fi mystery story, which I guess maybe I should have looked into it before going head deep into it. Ooh. Here, Uba sheep. Ooh. Well, it's kind of hard to judge how good of a mystery it is when, like... Ooh. I mean, I feel like I'd have to read it again to really judge how good of a mystery it is with, the fact that, like, when you already know the solution, because, you know, it's a very famous story, it can sometimes be a little difficult to appreciate how well the solution and how well the mystery is set up. And I didn't know it was a mystery to begin with, so at the same time, I feel like I also... So that's more me. Oh, my bad, but... The fact that I did not know it was a mystery to begin with also means that I wasn't really looking for it. Though, in, what's the opposite of defense? My opposite of defense is that I really should have realized that it was a mystery when it's called The Curious Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I thought they just meant that generally, not just like this is a mystery story. I don't realize that, chat. I really should have realized it though in the opening chapter when literally the first thing that they do is they introduce a mini mystery to get you a taste for the mystery concept of the story, because they're like, hey, the house, I know a dude who lives in that house. I'm like, ooh, it's like there's already a mystery there. There's a mystery behind who Mr. Hyde is in general from the very beginning. Ooh, like what kind of person would live in a house like that? And it's like, well, what kind of person like is that dude? Like, who is that person? You know, we learn who lives in, like, what kind of person would live in that house, and it's like, well, who is this person? And I just did not pick up what they're putting down. I thought it was gonna, like, you know, be revealed way sooner. I don't think it's gonna be revealed in the very end, so we're gonna have to be looking out far more for, like, what clues they set up and all this stuff. I mean, they literally just did the same handwriting thing, you know, which, again, thickens the mystery. But I kind of wonder if that also kind of gives it away. Same time though, there's also the thing of like how they set up the two people as Jekyll and Hyde is looking fairly differently and being like 20 years at least apart in how they appear in age. So the question is are they going to like introduce things into the mystery that explain that beforehand? Or are they just gonna pull off a bullshit Sherlock Holmes, you know, Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock Holmes, where they're just like, oh, the potion can just make them young, it can make you younger, and it's just like, well, you didn't tell us this, and there's nothing to like know that before you revealed the mystery. You know, or are they gonna be like, oh, hey, the chemistry shows like, you know, rats that are younger, you know, reverse aging shit. Are they gonna set up the solution in a way that we'd be able to figure out the solution ahead of time, like a good mystery, or are they just gonna fucking reveal, ta-da! Here's the solution, and so it's like I could never figure that out if it wasn't for the fact that I already knew it because it's a 100-year-old story. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out for that while reading, chat. Oh god. Or my middle name isn't Columbo. Gotta keep an eye out for the mystery, chat. We need to keep, oh god, stop it. They're bullying me, chat. They really are fucking bullying me. I don't like it. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. I just read E.N. Curse's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. What the hell is wrong with me? At least I'm saying Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde now, and unlike last stream where I kept on saying Dr. Heckle and Mr. Jive for the Men at Work. For the Men at Work song. Oh, because I listened to it before stream. Oh, maybe I'd be a little more... Maybe I would have been a little less rough at the start of stream if I'd read Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde as well. Ah. Oh god. I don't want to die. I don't have any phoenix. I don't have any feathers. I don't have any feathers. I don't have any feathers. I'm gonna die. Are you fucking serious right now? I just have to believe I'm going to fail, chat, and then I succeed. It works every time, which is starting to piss me off. Oh god, give me money. I want money. Oh, Jesus Christ, my greed almost killed me, but it didn't. That's the important thing, chat. I'm still alive. I got more to give. I got more to fight. I got more fight left in me. Oh god, there's staffers coming. They're coming, chat. Oh, they're like, just because you're demonetized doesn't mean you can't bring down the name of the brand. Stop eating spiders, woman. Oh, this is horrifying. This is terrible. This is bad. It's good, chat. Everything's fine. Don't worry. You know, you see, if the run ends, we can just go back to reading. It's fine. You know, there's no lose condition if you really think about it. But if we lose, we don't get as much money, which means we get to gamble less. And we need that money for gambling, chat. It's our right to gamble, in fact. It's our responsibility to gamble. As VTubers, we have to gamble. It's in our blood. Just like how alcoholism is in my Irish and Germanic blood. But I'm an abstainer, so that actually doesn't work out, does it? Don't think about it, chat. I could kill Achan, but I really want the money, chat. I really want to be greedy. We're not even yet level 50 yet. We can't even do the super combine. Why did I bother? Why did I even bother? Oh, why did I bother? Don't die, don't die. I say don't die, then I literally run. Oh. We're in a safe zone. Because whatever direction they're firing, she's firing them in, they're going around us. Let's see here. Bombs. I don't want to die. Come on. I want to be able to do this without the feather. I want to prove to myself I can do this without the feather, chat. I don't need the performance enhancing. Oh wait, was that the golden anvil that just dropped? Oh god, chat. I found out recently they made Knuckles Jewish, or like de facto Jewish or something. I don't know, like a Jewish person was like, Knuckles, you're like us, because your ancestors were all wiped out, and there's not, like, were wiped out in their own little Holocaust, and it's like, what the hell? Like, who wrote this? Wait a minute. Why would you write that? We're not so different, you and I. I think, no. Well, what an odd TV show. And it's getting to the point where I cannot sustain. Ooh. I cannot keep up with the enemy, so I'm probably gonna die. We're probably gonna fail this round. Oh god. Oh, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. Good knowing you, chat. This is no hope. Death is upon us. We've become death. See here, bombs. Let's make Uncle Ted proud. Oh god, we're not making Uncle Ted proud at all. We're making him ashamed. Would Uncle Ted have been a fan of anime girls? Probably not. He probably would have seen them as a tool of, like, the technocracy or some bullshit. I don't know. Ah! Please don't die, please don't die, please don't die. I'm gonna die! Back to reading. I mean, at least we got like $3,000 from that. Okay, back to reading. But oh, that was good though, because it did ooh, with that I should actually be reading better now. Oh, let's get reading back up. There it is. Okay. So we have finished the chapter where Dr. Jekyll is like, I'm gonna cut ties with Hyde now that he's a murderer. And then, you know, but then it, like the letter that Dr. Jekyll gave him, pretty much the handwriting wasn't identical, but they were very suspiciously similar. So like he was like, here's a letter from Hyde, and the handwriting was very similar to Jekyll's own handwriting, but it's more just like the mood of the fucking like writing was different, if you would. It's like the difference between like writing in cursive in a calm, collected manner and writing in cursive in like, you know, an agitated manner. But next one, we have just gotten through the letter. Now, incident of Dr. Lanyon. Time, wait, let's get some water first. Time ran on. Thousands of pounds were offered in reward. The death of Sir Danvers was resented by a public injury. Yeah. But Mr. Hyde had disappeared out of the ken of the police as though he had never existed. Much of his past was unearthed indeed, and all disreputable tales came out of the man's cruelty, at once so callous and violent, of his vile life, of his strange associations, of the hatred that seemed to have surrounded his career, but of his present whereabouts, not a whisper. From the time he had... We need to be... We can't be in the Dr. Jekyll skin roll reading and not being Mr. Hyde, whatever. Sorry. Surrounded his career, but of his present whereabouts, cruelty associations, surrounded his career, but of his present whereabouts, not a whisper. From the time he had left the house in Soho on the morning of the murder, he was simply blotted out. And gradually, as time drew on, Mr. Utterson began to recover from the hotness of his alarm and to grow more at quiet with himself. The death of Sir Danvers was, to his way of thinking, more than paid for by the disappearance of Mr. Hyde. Now that the evil influence that had been withdrawn, a new life began for Dr. Jekyll. He came out of his seclusion, renewed relations with his friends, became once more their familiar guest and entertainer, and whilst he had always been known for charities, he was now no less distinguished for religion. He was busy, he was much in the open air, he did good. His face seemed to open and brighten, as if with a inward consciousness of service, and for more than 2 months the doctor was at peace. On July 8th, January. Sorry, I was like, isn't that when Operation British and Gundam happened? No, that's January 9th. Sorry for the tangent. On July 8th, well, actually, it happened through January 3rd through that's not important. On July, my God, on the 8th of January, Edison had dined at the doctor's with a small party. Lanyon had been then the face of the host, had looked from one to the other, as in the old days when the trio were inseparable friends. On the 12th, and again on the 14th, the door was shut against the lawyer. The doctor, sorry, the doctor was confined to the house, said Poole, and saw no one. On the 15th, he tried again and was again refused, and having now been now used to the last 2 months to see his friend almost daily, he found his return to solitude to weigh upon his spirits. The 5th night he had and guested to dine with him, and the 6th he betook himself to Dr. Lanyon's. I don't remember Lanyon's voice. There at last he was not denied admittance. But when he came in, he was shocked at the change which had taken place in the doctor's appearance. He had his death warrant written illegibly upon his face. The rosy man had grown pale, his flesh had fallen away. He was visibly bolder and older, and yet it was not so much these tokens of swift physical decay that arrested the lawyer's notice as a look in the end and a quality of a man that seemed to testify to some deep-seated terror of mind. It was unlikely that the doctor should fear death, and yet that was what Utterson was tempted to suspect. Yes, he thought, he is a doctor. He must know his own state, and that his days are counted, that the knowledge is more than he can bear. And yet, when Utterson remarked on his ill looks, it was with an air of great firmness that Lanyon declared himself a doomed man. I have heard of. I've had a great shock, he said. I shall never recover. It is a question of weeks, where life has been pleasant. Wait. Oh, we were talking about. For some reason, I thought it was Jekyll, who I thought they were talking about Jekyll. That's my bad. Uh, well, life has been pleasant. I liked it. Yes, sir. I used to like it. I sometimes think if we knew all, we should be more glad to get away. Jekyll is ill too, said Utterson. Okay, they're talking about both of them. Christ alive. Utterson observed. Have you seen him? But Lanyon's face changed, and he held up a trembling hand. I wish to see or hear no more of Jekyll, he said in a loud, unsteady voice. I am quite done with that person, and I beg that you will spare me any allusion to one who I regard as dead. Tut, 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 said Mr. Utterson, and then, after a considerable pause, can't I do anything? He inquired. We are 3 very old friends, Lanyon. We shall not live to make others. Nothing can be done, returned Lanyon. Ask himself. He will not see me, said the lawyer. I'm not surprised at all, was the reply. Some day, Utterson, after I am dead, you may perhaps come to learn right and wrong from this. I cannot tell you, and in the meantime, if you sit and talk with me of other things, for God's sake stay and do so. But if you cannot keep clear of this accursed topic, then in God's name go, for I cannot bear it. As soon as he got home, Utterson sat down and wrote to Jekyll, complaining of his exclusion from the house, asking the cause of this unhappy break with Lanyon. and the next day brought him a long answer, often very pathetically worded, and sometimes darkly mysterious in drift. The quarrel with Lanyon was incurable. I do not blame our old friend, Jekyll wrote, but I shall share his view that we must never meet. I mean from henceforth to lead a life of extreme seclusion. You must not be surprised, nor must you doubt my friendship, if my door is often shut even to you. You must suffer me to go my own dark way. I have brought on myself a punishment, a danger that I cannot name. If I am the chief of sinners, I am the chief of sufferers also. I could not think that this earth contained a place for for sufferings and terrors so unmanning, and you can do but one thing, Utterson, to lighten this destiny, and that is to respect my silence. Hold up, I need to adjust my light. Mr. Utterson was amazed. The dark influence of Hyde had been withdrawn. The doctor had returned to his old tasks and amenities, but he fell off the wagon. A week ago, a prospect had smiled with every promise of a cheerful and honorable age. And now, in a moment, friendship and peace of mind and the whole tenure of his life were wrecked. So great and unprepared of a change point to madness. But in view of Lanyon's manner and words, there must lie for it some deeper ground. A week afterwards, Dr. Lanyon took to his bed, and in something less than a fortnight, he was dead. That rhymed. The night after the funeral, at which he had been sadly affected, Utterson locked the door of his business room, sitting there by the light of melancholy candle, drew out the set before him, an envelope addressed by the hand that sealed with the seal of his dead friend, private, for the hands of G.J. Utterson alone, and in case of his predecease, to be destroyed unread. So it was emphatically subscribed, and the lawyer dreaded to behold the content. I have buried one friend today, he thought. What if this should cost me another? And then he condemned the fear as a disloyalty and broke the seal. Within there was another enclosed likewise seal, marked upon the cover as not to be opened till the death or disappearance of Dr. Henry Jekyll. Utterson could not trust his eyes. Yes, it was disappearance. Here again, as in the mad will which had been long ago restored to its author, here again were the idea of a disappearance and the name of Henry Jekyll bracketed. But in the will, that idea had sprung from the sinister suggestions of the man Hyde. It was set there with a purpose all too plain and horrible, written by the hand of Lanyon. What should it mean? A great curiosity came on the trustee to disregard the prohibition and drive at once to the bottom of these mysteries. For professional honor and faith to his dead friend were stringent obligations, and the packet slept in the inmost corner of his private safe. One moment. I have to clean off my reading glasses. I do have to clean off my reading glasses. Okay, well, I'll get through this paragraph. We'll go to the game and we'll clean off the glasses. It is one thing to mortify curiosity, another to conquer it. And it may be doubted if, from the day forth, Utterson desired the society of his surviving friend, with the same eagerness. He thought of him kindly, but his thoughts were disquieted and fearful. He knew to call indeed, but he was perhaps relieved to be denied admittance. Perhaps in his heart he preferred to speak with Poole upon the doorstep, and surrounded by the air and surrounded by the open city, rather than to be admitted into the house to voluntarily a voluntary bondage, to sit and speak with the inscrutable recluse. Poole had indeed not very pleasant news to communicate. The doctor, it appeared, now more than ever confined himself to the cabinet over the laboratory, where he would sometimes even sleep. He was out of spirit. He had grown very silent. He did not read. It seemed as if he had something on his mind. Utterson came to be so used to the unvarying character of these reports that he fell off the little by little in the frequency of his visits. And I opened up the lens wipe thing a little early. Oh, so it dried out while I was reading that last paragraph. Alcohol. It evaporates quickly. That is also a problem I'm realizing in the reading. Is that there's little smudges on the glasses. And as my eyes move across, I'm like reading into the smudges, which is giving me pause. You're clean. Sorry for the dead air. Damn it, the left lens still has problems. Let me get... So there's not just dead air. Let's get the music up. Ah! Oh. Sorry for the surprise sound. I thought I just ended stream. Okay. That should fix the lens issue. Oh. Put this down so we can play the game. Ah, and that makes the game go down. Okay, Haachama, Haachama. We can't do endless mode because that's going to take too long. We might do endless mode at the end of stream. Oh, hey, we have this now. Well, let's just go with the simple first level. Oh, Jesus Christ. I feel like the goal at this point is going to be, by the end of it, to get to the spider. Okay. With all the distractions done, let's go over the chapter. That's the important part. That's part of the reason we do these intermissions, is to go over the chapter. So, everything was going well. You know, pretty much like a addict getting off their drugs. You know, they get full of life, they get their second wind, but it appears that Jekyll has fallen off that wagon, that he has, you know, he had 60 days of sobriety, and it sounds like he's back with that monkey on his back, and it's worse than ever. Ooh, which makes me wonder if Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde might also be inspired by drug addiction, considering the similarities. Ooh, I mean, it is a drug in the story that allows the change. Ooh. But also, coincidentally, it seems that, his other friend, Lanyon, also just kind of grew ill out of nowhere, which is like, I think he's only like 60, in his 60s. And I mean, he's a man of like higher status, so it's kind of surprised that he'd die at that age even back then. But, what are you gonna do? Ooh. That's already enchanted. But, he passed away, and it kind of seems that his death more was just to kind of feed even more into the mystery without revealing it feels much of anything, because it's just like, oh, hey. I don't know if anything has been really furthered in the solving of the mystery right now. I don't know if we've gotten any clues. Like, yeah, we have the note, but like that note, what it's gonna be is at the end when Jekyll dies, they find Jekyll's dead body. They're gonna open it, and then it's gonna be like the reveal of everything. So I don't know if it's like half setting itself up as a mystery, but I feel like they really don't want a mystery. They just want to have a twist, and they just want to broadcast the twist or something. I don't know. It feels a little questionable. Ooh. I mean, I hope they set up more to like find out the mystery, but it really doesn't feel like that they're doing that right now. Doesn't feel like they're doing much to elaborate. Ooh. Oh shit, I thought I also killed him. I think it can combine with something in the Super Collab, but I don't remember what. I know it is the ice, but I don't remember what the ice has to combine with first. Oops. But it seems that they're more just like hyping up the mystery than giving tools to solve it right now, but maybe that'll change in the next chapter. You hear? I can at least hope it changes in the next chapter. I want a good mystery. Now that I know that I should be looking out for mystery clues, I'm looking out for the clues, even though I know the solution already. But as you know, like as I said with just yesterday about Columbo, is that like, you know, a good mystery has something to gain from it, even if you know the solution, because you can still see how things are being set up and how, like how they're kind of prepping for the reveal with clues along the way, little things. Ooh. But yeah, it seems that what we got in this chapter wasn't any clues, but more just what will eventually be the reveal. Thank you. Sorry, I was lost in my own thought. Oh goodness. This month was actually kind of slow. Let's see here. My brain is just melting right now. I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell's going on mentally with me. I feel like I have to reset again or something. It's stupid. Maybe I really should have taken that nap. Oh goodness. I had to work all day yesterday, so I had to push back stream, and then today I just had to work on other things. I was able to get my part of the collab opening with Chog Mommy done today, which I am happy with. I didn't do as much as I wanted to do with it, but it was kind of just an edit of something that that already existed, and it was more of just like a slight refinement. I wanted to make something new, but at the end of the day, this what already existed kind of worked well enough. Ooh. And now I pretty much just actually I need to make the tier list now for the collab, because we're going to be making a tier list. Oh, which is why it's only going to be on her channel, the collab, because there's no point in streaming my perspective, because it's just this is going to be the same perspective either way. Oh. I don't think I've revealed what the collab is at this point. I don't know if I will. It's a tier list, you know that. And considering, oh god, our shared interest of Shagma Mimi, I think it's gonna probably be pretty obvious what the tier list is, but I mean, why spoil it at that point? Why not make that the mystery? Ooh. There. Actually, it's the end of the month, so we can look back at what we've done this month and what I liked about it. And I would definitely say I stand by recommending the Turn A Gundam. It is a great high grade. It's held up pretty well. I know it's only been a week, but I mean, there are plenty of issues, and usually if there's issues, they kind of start showing a little bit of signs by the first week, especially if you handle it a lot. And there's been no real issues. The panel lining still looks really nice. There's some touch-ups I still need to do. I don't know if I'm gonna do those or just record the footage for the review. Because it looks like I am just not getting that depth scythe out, because I just still can't find for the life of me that V-fin. It's gone forever, chat. I'm never finding that V-fin. Ooh. Yes, the whammy. Luckily, I don't really have to worry about the Turn A gun losing its V-fin, because it's pretty solidly on there, the mustache. I would like to ask, if given the opportunity, I mean, the guy's dead now, but the designer for the Turn A, like, why is it when you saw the Gundam, and you saw every design of the Gundam up until that point, every Gundam design, and you were like, why did you move the V-fin to, like, the mouth? Why did you make it look like a fancy gentleman? But he's long gone. Like, what did inspire him to do that? Ooh. God. I still have not finished. Do some of this gives me an extra one. It does give me an extra one. Let's go. I still need to finish Seed. Seed is so damn difficult for me to finish. I have not watched a single new episode since last time I've said, like, I need to finish Seed. That's how bad it is. Oh, God. I really need to remember that, like, the motivation is not to finish Seed, it's to get to a better Gundam series. Though, to be fair, for Seed, I have also been busy these past couple of days. Oh. Yeah, this is actually a really good sticker for her. It really makes her heart attack even meaner. Oh wait, I can, oh goodness, I can enchant the whammy water. I don't care. Let's see here. I want money, I want to be greedy. entire reason we're doing this is for money. Spider cooking, because you always have to get the spider cooking with Haachama. I'm trying to think, who has the most unique laugh of VTubers that I want? Who laughs like a One Piece character? Oh my god. Some of the art of Pippa laughing with her missing teeth look like freaking Blackbeard, but I don't think that... The art looks like Blackbeard, but she doesn't sound like Blackbeard, so I don't think that's good enough. Oh. Kirsha can purposely, like, you know, make an exaggerated laugh, so I don't... But that's, like, intentional. That's ironic. I don't know if that one counts. I don't think that counts. Who has the silliest laugh? Ooh. Oh, God. I kind of wish I walked myself because I could actually make this easier and just say I have the silliest laugh when I genuinely like laugh in a maniacal fashion. But I can't pick myself. That'd be stupid. Ooh. And if you need reference for what I'm talking about, on like the third part of Aries' Devil May Cry playthrough, which is unlisted, so you have to go to the playlist. She literally calls me on Discord because her game doesn't work, so she's just doing other things instead of playing the game. And I literally just end up laughing in her face when she calls me up to be on stream. And I sound like a hyena crossed with a jester. Oh god. An unbridled maniacal laugh for me is not common, but when it comes out, it sounds like I'm going to kill everything in a 20-mile radius just for shits and giggles. It's not a good time. Oh, it's a good time for me. Oh. God, all the rats are reminding me that Veils is actually one of the more difficult people to play in this game because her attacks are so inconsistent. They're literally a roll of the die. Like, you could deal minimal damage, which is just nothing, or you could deal maximum damage, which is just horrendously OP. But it just depends if the game is like, yeah, you're gonna have a real good time or a real bad time. But they're like, oh, well, it averages out. So, like, really, if you think about it holistically, no. No, it feels like before a match begins, the game decides how much you're going to be doing on average, and if you're going to be dealing high or low on average. And typically it feels like it's going to be deciding on the low factor. Collabs. Have we combined the book with the... No, we haven't. So if we get the book, we should get the book so we can upgrade the book and then combine it with the whammy water. Because that is definitely a collab. It might be what leads to the super collab, but don't quote me on that. Speaking of collabs, there's a collab I've been working on. I've talked about this before. There's a collab I've been working on for so long, and I have picked the worst person to try to collab with because they have issues all their own, and oh, it's just a rough time. But The collabs idea is literally a reading stream of all things. A humble concept. I don't know if any of these combine. Chat, do any of these that I have combined? I feel like I might have maybe not gotten the best build right now. I don't think her hearts are strong enough. I don't think this is like a Fauna situation where she can just get away with not moving. I say this and it looks like she can get away with not moving. Huh. Well, let's just see how long she can do this. Thing is, if I'm not interacting with it, I'm not doing anything with my hands, like I'm not doing like the muscle memory thing. So like, now I feel like I'm gonna get self-conscious again. But it's also kind of just, oh! Okay, well I wanted to go up, but I went down, but it's fine. We're moving again. That's the important thing. I could use an anvil to enchant my laser. I'd appreciate that. No. You don't always get what you want, chat, but you find sometimes you get what you need. I say that, but I have nothing that I need. Kind of in a terrible spot. We might not even beat small Ame at this rate. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, Bill Swift here to beat the shit out of Hiroshi. Now that's a lot of damage. Oh, what did I want to? I wanted to enchant the fan beam. Fuck. Can I switch, please, to the healing mode? Thank you. At least one of these have to combine with something else. At least two of these have to combine with each other that I haven't already. Surely I've not completely screwed myself. Surely I'm not that incompetent. Give me your money. Give me your money. Break his kneecaps. Break his kneecaps just like we've already broken his dreams. Let him cry over his millions of dollars. The money will never bring back his dreams, chat. He's dead inside. Unlike Sakuna, who still has hope, maybe one day he'll find an idol. He will not. He gives me like, yeah, I finally found my idol. And then they debut and they're just like, let's talk about cock and ball torture. And then he's just like, they lied on their, they lied yet again on their resume. Saka, they always lie. Do you have like no way to vet these people? Don't get me wrong, it gives you great talents at the end of the day, but like, you just have no methodology to vetting any of them. This is new. Cthulhu Futagan, is that Cthulhu Futine? I really can't remember since I'm not in my right mind. Oh god! Hey there Cthulhu, I've been studying your gospel. The Necronomicon, it gives me nightmares, something awful where I see the death of all reality. It fills me with glee. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, and all humanity. Oh my god. I don't know what combines that we have. Lava Bucket combines with something to make asteroids fall from heaven itself. I don't remember what though. I think Lava Bucket combines with whammy water, though, for some reason. I don't know if that's true, though. Am I just going insane, chat? There's a distinct possibility. Please, please move away, please. Stop. 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 Please die. Be a good boy. Oh god. Why are Fauna's saplings so strong? Oh god. There's so many jokes I want to make, but I feel like they're all inappropriate. Welcome to VTubing. What's here? Like, I'm partially convinced the tiers are going to combine with one of the things I already have fully upgraded. I don't think I have anything else to upgrade right now, though, to be fair. So, I think I'm kind of boned either way. I don't think I have any option but to upgrade it now that I see that. Here. Asakoko. Please, please just die. Oh wait! Shit, what is... We can get a super collab with what we have now. It like makes like a super mega katana or something if we combine it with something. Shit, what is what can we get a super collab with off of this? Do we have... Have we even unlocked the things to do the super collab? Crap, I don't know. Okay, Tears. Tears of the Forsaken by God. Can we die? Can we die? Can we die? We kind of have them corralled. They're all in one big death ball, chat. Okay. Max, max, max. But no Goofy, sadly. Oh. I want money. We're making fucking gangbusters in cash, actually. Oh god. Yes, I was right. What combines? You and you combine to form spit. Sorry, apparently I watched too much SSE, so I just see a stream of water and I'm like, it's spit. SSE Issa, known as the boat VTuber, better known as the spit VTuber. Ooh. She's that one VTuber who went, hey, lean in. I want to tell you something, and then she spit on you on the screen. She's like, goes, you leaned in for a VTuber, dumbass. Just go and listen to whatever anyone says you push over or some shit like that. Oh, she's that person in her past life, which she's been public about. She tried to get away from it, but then it found her, chat. Like an unwanted dog, it found her and pissed on her leg. Which is why she's also known as the pee VTuber, because she has to go pee a lot on her stream, so she has a piss emote where it's just a stick figure pissing in their chair. Issa's an interesting one. Issa's an interesting independent VTuber. I watch interesting people, chat. I have interesting taste. Let's make sure that this is, okay, incident of Dr. Lanyon. Now it's the incident at the window, and really? This is like, oh, oh! Okay, well, we're not reading that tonight. I was like, maybe we'll just, like, finish this tonight. No, this is, oh! Why are the middle chapters so short? Hold up. Why are the middle chapters so short? And then it just goes, hey. Why does it just go? And here are the last 3 chapters, and they're like, they look like a book chapters. They look like they're from a proper book, not a novella. What is going on here? Oh, dude, is this like, what's the pacing going to be like? Okay. You can't hear it, but I can still hear the music, and it's really killing the mood for this scary story. Okay. Chapter, whatever the hell this is. Incident at the window. It chanced on Sunday when Mr. Utterson was on his usual walk with Mr. Enfield Mr. Enfield, that their way lay once again through the by-street, and that when they came in front of the door, both stopped and gazed on it. Hold up, I need to remember what Enfield sounded like. I read him sound like this originally, but then I realized he's told us, I'm a pretentious English nonce. Man, that means pedophile. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I should not say that word on stream either, because even if you say it's bad, you whatever. Even if you say something is bad, YouTube will still demote you. Okay. Well, said Enfield. That story's at end at last. We shall never see him more of Mr. Hyde. I hope not, said Artisan. Did I ever tell you that I once saw him and shared your feelings of repulsion? It was impossible to do the one without the other, returned Enfield. And by the way, what an ass you must have thought me not to know that this was back when, not to know that this was a back way to Dr. Jekyll's. It was partly your own fault that I found it out, even when I did. So you found it out, did you? Said Utterson. But if that be so, we may step into the court and take a look at the windows. To tell you the truth, I am uneasy about poor Jekyll, and even outside, I feel as if the presence of a friend might do him good. The court was very cool and a little damp and full of premature twilight, although the sky high upon the overhead was still bright with sunset. The middle one of the 3 windows was halfway, Jesus Christ, open, and sitting close beside it, taking the air with an infinite sadness of mind, like some disconsolate prisoner, Utterson saw Dr. Jekyll. What? Jekyll, he cried. I trust you are better? I am very low, Utterson, replied the doctor drearily. Very low. It will not last long, thank God. You stay too much indoors, said the lawyer. You should be out, whipping up the circulation like Enfield and me. This may, my cousin, Mr. Enfield and Dr. Jekyll. Oh, sorry. This is my cousin, Mr. Enfield, Dr. Jekyll. Come now, get your hat and take a quick turn with us. You are very good, sighed the other. I should like to very much, but no, it is quite impossible. I dare not, but indeed, Mr. Utterson, I am very glad to see you, and this is really a great pleasure. I would ask you and Mr. Enfield up, but the place is really not fit. Then why? Said the lawyer good naturedly. The best thing we can do is to stay down here and speak with you from where we are. That is just what I was about to venture to propose, returned the doctor with a smile. But the words were hardly uttered before the smile was struck out of his face, and suddenly by an expression of such adjant terror and despair as froze the very blood of the two gentlemen below. They saw it but for a glimpse, for the window was instantly thrust down. But the glimpse had been sufficient, and they turned and left the court without a word. In silence, too, they traversed the by street. And it was not until they had come into the neighboring thoroughfare, where even upon a Sunday, there were still some stirring of life, and Mr. Edison at last turned and looked. Ooh. Hello, Muon. Thank you for rating. We're just in the middle of reading. Mr. Edison at last turned and looked at his companion. They were both pale, and there was an answering horror in his eyes. God forgive us. God forgive us. But Mr. Enfield only nodded his head very seriously and walked at once in more silence. We actually just finished our part of reading for the day. Sorry to interrupt, but we'll be polite. No, we actually just finished the reading for the day effectively. That was the last of the reading, so I'm more sorry that for the timing on your guys' part, because all the rest of the reading overall today has been really short. With the last night, but with the last night coming up, Dr. Lanyon's narrative, and then Dr. Jekyll's full statement of the case, they're all really long, and you can see with these thick paragraphs, really dense. So we're not getting into those until next week. But for some reason, the chapters we read this week were all really. I mean, look at this chapter in comparison. That's the chapter. These chapters have been quite. This one was a little longer, but we're done reading for the night is the important thing. Ooh. Which means we're just gonna go into Holocure and talk about the chapters that we read. I'm gonna put this over here so I can look at the chapter titles and reflect on them part by part of the story as we've read it up until this point. And then Haachama, stage mode. Okay, so we reflected on the story on the start of stream. Let's reflect on the story now again. So what we've read so far, this stream, was the incident with the letter, incident with Dr. Lanyon, and incident at the window. A lot of incidents. And all they are is kind of hyping up the mystery, but I don't really know if they're kind of giving any meaningful clues to the mystery to help us as the audience solve it quite yet. It feels like it's more just kind of hyping it up, and we've kind of appreciated that this story is more of a mystery or twist story than I kind of gave it credit for at the beginning. So we're kind of looking for it. So we're now kind of looking at it as a mystery story, which in hindsight was kind of obvious because it's called, you know, the curious case of, but you know, the curious, I mean, there's also the curious case of Benjamin Button, and that's not a mystery in my defense. If I see a feather, I have to remember to pick it up. But the story so far, from beginning to where we've read up to this point. The story of the door, which is effectively, you know, you got two guys walking through the streets. They're just two buddies, you know, just good long-time friends. They don't talk much, but you know, they like each other's company, so they're guy friends. You know what it is. And they're just kind of walking, and they're like, "Look at that crappy house." And like, you know, and the other guy goes like, "I got a story about that house." And he's like, "Oh ho ho, do you?" says the first guy. "Tell me the story." And it's like, "Okay. So I was walking in the middle of the night, as you do in London in the 1800s. And I saw this dude walking like a Terminator from fucking walking like a Terminator from the movies, you know, just like nothing. He doesn't care about nothing. He ain't paying attention. He's a man on a mission. And then I saw a girl running from like the opposite direction, and then when they met at the corner, he just like walked through her like she wasn't even there. He just stepped all over, and it was just like the most horrific shit I've ever seen. And it's just like, damn, bro, that's fierce. That's terrible. It's like, oh, it's not over. He just walked away from it. I had to go get the guy, and then we had to extort him for money, you know, for damages and stuff. And it's like, oh wow, yeah, that was pretty bad. He also knows somebody that you know, but I'm not gonna say anything more. And so Mr. Artisan is like, oh, he knows Jekyll, don't he? And it's like, yeah, he does know Jekyll. So then, goodness gracious. Mr. Artisan, the lawyer, who had the story told to him, goes to Jekyll because Jekyll had signed a will that had pretty much signed away like all of his property and rights to Mr. Hyde. So he was like, well, this is suspicious, and I just found out that like Mr. Hyde is kind of just like a dude nobody likes. He's one of those guys that you see and you're immediately like, I hate this dude. I hate everything about this dude. I can't put my finger on it, but like, this dude, I want to punch him in the face. He's one of those kind of guys. And he's just like, Jekyll, homie, bro, why did you sign everything away to this like Hyde guy? He ain't trustworthy. He's a bad hombre. He's not a good dude. And Jekyll's just like, don't worry about it. He's a good guy. Trust me. He's a good kid. He's a good kid, you know. Yeah, he went to the Dillards and stole, you know, everything, you know, and just like shoplifted, you know, 10 sets of clothing. But you know, he's just trying to get some presents for his grandmama, and you know, he just didn't know he's in the wrong, you know, aisle is all. That's fine. I can't remember. That's a joke from someone, but I can't quite remember who. I'm sorry, I can't credit it. But like Jekyll's just like, don't worry about it. He's not that bad of a guy. He's a cool dude. It's this Hyde, you know. I signed away everything, all my property, so don't worry. He's a trustworthy dude. And Utterson's like, okay, I believe you, because he's a lawyer. So we made him sound like blue-haired lawyer from the Simpsons, which I only found out afterwards is what blue-haired lawyer sounds like. So it's more of a coincidence. But you know, Mr. Utterson, the non-blue-haired lawyer, goes home and he's like, well, I guess maybe there was just misgivings. I still have misgivings. I'm gonna find this Hyde dude and I'm gonna talk to him. So he just ends up stalking like the residence of Hyde, waiting for Hyde to appear. And when he sees Hyde, he just kind of like an absolute creeper, just kind of like slinks out of like an alley and just taps him on the shoulder so he can get a good look at him. And Hyde's just like, who the hell are you? And it's just like, I just wanted to see your face. Okay, you're a creep, and that's coming from me, Hyde, who's like, literally my entire personality is a creep. What's wrong with you? It's like, don't worry, I'm a lawyer. Oh, that explains it, okay. You know, we have a mutual friend in Jekyll. I don't care. Leave me alone. So he gets an idea of, you know, Hyde, and he's like, oh god, I hate this dude. I hate this dude with every fiber of my being. He's awful. Oh. Oh my goodness. So he's like, I still don't trust him. You know, I listened to Jekyll, and I was like, I still have my misgivings, so I went to go see Hyde. And I hate him more than ever. He's the worst thing I've ever seen, and I don't know anything about him. Just has a punchable face, I guess. And then, ooh. Actually, I might have gotten the order wrong for like when he sees Hyde versus Jekyll. I think he sees Hyde first. I think he actually sees Hyde and he's like, my god, I hate this man. And then he goes to Jekyll, and then Jekyll goes like, don't worry about it. He seems like a bad dude, but he's not so bad. I think I got those two backwards. It's fine. What is the point of linear time, chat? What is that? It's not real, okay? It's an illusion that the monolith wants us to believe in, okay? Oh, there is no linear time. The wormhole aliens from Deep Space Nine created it so that way they could have all the power and all the knowledge all at once, man. It's a conspiracy, man. They're just trying to confine us to our limited reality when they made our reality, if you think about it. Nobody's gonna understand a Deep Space Nine reference. Why do I bother? Okay. So he's met Hyde. Jekyll has told him, don't worry about it. And he's like, well, I guess I shouldn't worry about it because, you know, Jekyll kind of has given his blessing. And who am I to be like, nope, I won't accept it. And then, like, a few weeks later, it's like, hey, Hyde killed a dude. Really bad job, too. Hyde got into an argument with this other guy, with some dude, and then just broke his cane on his head, then ran away, then disappeared from existence. That's what happened. You know, the investigator from Scotland Yard was like, oh, this is great. I'm gonna get a promotion from this because this is like a really obvious murder case. And then nobody found nobody found Mr. Hyde. So it's just like, well, nobody knows where Mr. Hyde is right now. But after Mr. Hyde disappeared, Jekyll had actually become more sociable, you know? For 2 whole months, you know, he was doing great. He was all like, he was the light of everyone's life. He was, you know, this 60-year-old dude who, like, everyone was like, God, this dude, I love being around him, you know? I'm so happy, you know, he's gotten a second wind and whatnot. And then, like an alcoholic, you know, he started hitting the bottle again or something. And he's gone back into seclusion after 2 months. And it's just like, well, that didn't last long. And, ooh, during all of this, a friend of Utterson and Jekyll dies. And really that's just to set up the solution to the, mystery. That's all it is. Because when he dies, he's like, give this letter to... Let's get this. He literally just goes like, give this letter to Utterson. And then when Utterson opens the letter, it's just like, Utterson, you're not allowed to open this letter until Jekyll dies. And it's just like, okay. Okay. Like, a bit narratively obvious what you just did there. This is okay. Cool story, bro. Then, after that is what we just read of the window. Come on, please don't listen to me. Better. After that is the window where, you know, we go back to kind of the beginning of the story where we're again with Enfield and Utterson walking around, and they're like back in front of the building that they were at the beginning of the story, you know, all beat up and dilapidated and whatnot. Dilapidated. And they're just like, hey, it's that door we talked about in the past. It's that piece of crap building we were chatting about in the past. And he's like, oh yeah. I mean, I just read this, but you know, it's like, oh yeah, there it is. And it's like, oh hey, look, there's Jekyll, because, you know, reveal, you know, I didn't tell you this, but I already knew as Mr. Utterson because I'm his friend, you know. You're not his friend because you're a loser, you know, I guess, you know, whatever. But I already knew, you know, that's actually Dr. Jekyll's, like, laboratory in the back, you know. Sorry. And he goes over, but, like, because it's part of Dr. Jekyll's house, they're like, oh, hey, look, there's Jekyll getting some fresh air, you know. Like, leaning out the building, you know, getting some air, you know. And we're like, oh my god, my friend, you know, I haven't seen you in so long, says Utterson. Bro, how's it going? And, like, Jekyll's like, not so good. It's not going good, buddy. And it's like, oh, why don't you go for a walk with us? And he's like, nah. It's one of those friends where you're just like, oh, come on, dude, let's get you out of this stupor. And he's like, I don't think that's gonna work. It's like, well, then we can at least talk from here. And then, as you saw, he's like, yeah, we can talk. No, we can't. I'm gone. And that's where the story left off. Oop. Oh god. That's what, like 2 hours of reading condensed into like 10 minutes? Sure. Oop. Unstable. Why don't I have a preview for actually Twitch stream? Huh, I just realized I've been going this entire time. I don't have a preview in my window for Twitch stream. Whammy water. Yes, because it's enchanted. X potato. Okay, we need to get with X potato. We need to get the Holocure like gift bag thing. That combines, and I don't think I have the collab yet. Do I have that collab? I have not unlocked that collab yet, so it should, I want to get it so it's on record. Oh god. The pacing has been increasing in the story, and I'm just concerned with the last 3 chapters, looking at them and seeing how little dialogue there is, and I'm worried that there's going to be big exposition dumps, because it's just... It was more in vogue in that time period to like do that at the end of stories, at least in English writing. But like to like just, you know, have your story and then at the end, especially if it's a mystery of some kind, to be like, okay, here's now just like thick ass paragraphs explaining everything. It's just like, that's just really annoying. So I'm hoping the pacing doesn't die with the reveal. Oh god. Because just because the paragraphs are thick and meaty doesn't mean, like, you know, they won't flow or won't have, you know, like, but it's just that they won't flow and, you know, be clean. Those are not my lavas. Please, please, Miku, please. Not like these. Not like these. I don't know if there's gonna be any more really Dr. Jekyll in this, Mr. Hyde in this story. I genuinely thought I would be getting a lot more out of my, out of reusing my fucking spooky toggle, but like, it really seems like no, we're not. Let's see here. Haste up, I actually want the haste up. I was so hyped. I need to find another story with a spooky guy in it so I can use the spooky toggle. Oh god. Oh, this is awful. I don't want to die, not yet. I haven't upgraded the feather nearly enough to die yet. Oh. Oh, that's a lot. X potato. Yeah, I could die, but I don't think I'm gonna die. I think I'm fine. Spider, Ian Curse. Potato also combines with something else, but I don't remember. I should have grabbed Ian Curse because actually that combines with the spider cooking, which is better than the lava bucket one. Oh, we found the hollow bomb though. We found Uncle Ted's favorite Holocure meme. Who got Hololive meme? What am I saying? Holocure? We were playing Holocure. Okay. Actually, now that we're done with the reflection and everything else, Luan, if you're still here, what did you do on stream today? Out of curiosity, because I was here, so I was a little busy with stream prep and everything else. That once again I missed one of your streams. This time it's not because I fucking just missed it because I didn't get the notification. I missed it. Well, actually, I didn't see the notification, but I missed it because I missed it because I was actually doing my own stream. I hope the stream went well. Oh god, there's nothing else. You'll plan to play Deus Ex? I assume because you didn't put any subtitle, you just mean the original Deus Ex. You say planning, that makes it sound like you did not succeed in your endeavor. I hear that there's been, with the recent computer updates, that the most recent generation of computers, it's finally gotten to that age where you need to mod it to get it to work. Turns out it requires a mod to get them to work. Yes, okay. Yeah, if you had played it on whatever your previous computer was before your current one, or your previous operating system, it was still working, but oh god, I don't think it's worked since like Windows 9 if you're for operating systems, and I don't think, oh god, it hasn't really worked on any computers I think since like 2018. Deus Ex Revision might work without mods, I don't know about that. Deus Ex Revision is like a fan-made mod for Deus Ex. It's like, so that might actually, that would actually make, actually that'd be really disappointing if it wasn't working. Yeah, which is of course I didn't look into in advance. And, oh god, because I didn't want to spoil myself. Oh my god. So you can look into like if a game will work. Oh my god. But I've been there actually with the GM Powerlines collab with the Power Wash Simulator. We literally, the reason that stream started late was because we like started up Viscera cleanup and then we found out, oh hey, there's no longer any servers for that game, so we can't play like the co-op. Like that's just not an option. And it's just like, well, can we do the LAN one? And it's like, no, the LAN doesn't work either. Like even if you try, like not the LAN, the direct IP connection. Like so, like can we do the direct IP connection where somebody can host that way? It's like, no, even that doesn't work anymore. It's like, oh no. No wonder we don't see people play this anymore. Oh goodness. Thank God for modders, for like for old games, for letting us still play them. Oh god. But I'd prefer if like the IP holders updated the games, but at the same time, a lot of times the people who hold the IPs actually literally can't even afford to update them because they just hold the IPs. If it's like a really old game from the 90s at least, they hold the IPs, but like they're not, there's no functional company behind it. It's just, at this point, some guys who hold the IPs, and then it's like, well, we don't want some a-hole AAA game, AAA company like getting the rights to it and like making crap out of it, so we're just gonna keep holding on to the rights, which bless their hearts. But did you, if you had to mod it, were you able to successfully mod it, or did you end up doing something else? These battery guys always kick my ass. Did I just hear a chirp? I don't want to have to replace a battery on the fire alarm. I hate doing that. It was in another room, so you wouldn't have heard it, sadly. god. Can we please stop? Okay, Oh, crap. Please die, please die, please die, please die. I don't want to use one of my feathers right now. I don't want to use one of my feathers right now, bro. Please die, please die, please die, please die. Oh. Oh, we can't. Okay. I think if you have dealt enough damage, it will die at 0 no matter what. Then again, one time it literally popped. Anyway, I revised Psycho Pomp instead, and it was good fun and scratched the Schizo itch. Schizo was apparently censored because it's in red, I guess. Ended up revisiting Psycho Chomp and played it back in February since it gotten a lot of new content and deserved recognition. I said recognition in like the most slurred way possible. Psycho Chomp. I don't know that game. I'm gonna look that up while we have this pause real quick. Psycho Chomp. Thank you for. I always end up hitting the 0 on my phone. Psycho. Oh my god, I'm just. Psycho Chomp. I've not seen this game. I'll have to look into it. What type of game even is it? It fucking. What is it? What even is it? You said update, so I'm guessing it's not a visual novel. Unless it's early access, technically, if they're still writing it, like Andy and Lele, I suppose. Actually, if you got censored for Schizo, I need to double check. Retro dungeon crawl type or linear fever dream? Ooh. Top down or 3D? Out of curiosity. When you say dungeon crawl, do you mean like Zelda or do you mean like Ultima? We have not used the feather yet, I just realized. We somehow made it through that without having to use a feather. Why did I say that? We're gonna die now. The staff has come yet again to take away my frickin' spiders, bro. When it is my God-given right, it is my Yagu-given right to have spiders. I want money. I could probably increase the other things, but I want money. I'm too greedy. Okay, max. So let's get the horn. Let's get potato. Potato. First person type where you can only face in 4 directions and the move between nodes on a grid. Ooh! Yeah, I kind of understand what you're saying. Actually, it sounds like super old Ultima, or like, I don't know what I'm getting in my mind. If it's retro, if it probably looks like either Ultima or the original System Shock. Maybe not that old looking, but you know, maybe not System Shock old. That shit looks old as fuck. See here, injection, water whammy. Hollow bomb. Upgrade. almost died because I had to look away for a sec. Wow, there's a lot of shit I just have not picked up. Water. Thank you. I want the upgrades of the bombs though. Oh god. I guess we just don't get to upgrade the bombs. You see, chat? You just need to say something and the game will deliver. Doesn't need to be a bitter pill. I'm sorry, did she break the loot box and I didn't get anything from it because of that? Or was it a different kind? I don't know if it was a cardboard or other loot box actually, so. This is the meteor one. I want the meteors to come down. Thank you. Ooh. We didn't get the collab we wanted, but we got the collab we needed, chat. That's the important thing. Please done. You see here, super chatto time. Let's see here. Yes, that way we'll collect all the money we haven't already picked up. And I want money. I want fictional money as much as I don't want real money. Oh god. If I had lots of money, I wouldn't know what to do with it, and I'd just be like, I don't know. I'm just gonna put it in the bank. Don't put it in the bank. Make that money work for you. Put it in investments. I don't know, man. I'm too stupid for that. I can't be bothered. Repel targets with orbiting boy love books. Love how it's repel. Christ alive. I don't know if any of these combined with what I have, and I don't think I'm gonna upgrade any of them in time, so I don't think it matters. But after this, we will be rolling for Haachama. I do remember that. Oh, my memory has been improving, chat, so slowly but surely over the last couple of months. It's been amazing. It's been remarkable. I remember when I couldn't string a thought together, chat. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess we should have just kept attacking her the first time we did this. Main menu. Let's shop. Let's get some character gotcha. Yeah, this is correct. Let's roll. Roll, 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 roll. We want the Haachama outfit. We don't want to pay for it unless we have to. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Listen, getting her ranked up is still a good thing. We have 41 more polls, chat. Will we get the Haachama outfit? I remember being unable to remember anything. Huh? Man, dude, my brain don't work too good. We got the outfit we already have. Thank you, game. That's kind of like a kick in the balls. It's giving me Haachama, but it's not giving the Haachama we need. We're being impatient. We just have to let it happen. We have to let it happen. Oh, please, Spider God. That's not what we wanted. By the power of Scarlett Johansson. No, I was gonna say by the power of Scarlett Johansson in Eight-Legged Freaks. Come on, come on, come on. Fuck. Chat, I'm getting cute girls when I want a demented girl. I need the Menhera. I need the one with a messed up brain. No, you're still normal. You're still you're the normal version. You need the broken version. No. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We have so much fucking money, chat, and we're just gonna spend all of it on this, and we're not even gonna get Haachama. We're not even gonna... We could be upgrading our stats. We could be like doing all sorts of things, but we're not. We're just rolling. Oh, chat, I know you're loving this shit right here. R-O-L-L-I-N-G. Oh, we're rolling, 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 da-da-da, rolling, rolling, rolling. This is my Limp Bizkit arc. I hope you appreciate it. Ben Stiller is in the music video for Rolling, and I have no idea why. Is that a non sequitur? Does it not have any relevance to anything? Yes. But it's also a true statement. The opening to Rolling has Ben Stiller rolling up in his car and going and thinking that Limp Bizkit is like a chauffeur. He's like wearing like a sweatshirt, so I don't know why he thinks he's a chauffeur, but he's like, hey, park my car for me. And then he goes off and he takes Ben Stiller's, you know, fancy car and goes, you know, rolling in it. I don't know. I guess they were friends. Ben Stiller knows a lot of people, so it wouldn't surprise me if they were friends, but like, to this day, that still just like is a weird opening to me. Hold up. We still have like, chat, it can still be done. We have 14 rolls left, come on. I think we haven't gotten any alternate outfits for anyone but Haachama at this point. Which is like also kind of a kick to the balls. Now we've done this. We've been rolling, that's 49, 50, 50. I don't know. Lucky 51, chat. Let's go. Okay, chat, you know, 51. That might be like a prime number or some shit. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but like, not a lucky number, you know. 52 though. That's divisible by like 50. Right. Side by 26 is not divisible by 50 at all. By like 26. It wasn't a good number, is what's the point. And 2. But you know, second chances is where 2 comes in, and we got Haachama. Listen, she's gonna be ranked up so fucking much by the end of this, okay? We need a cope, chat. We just need some copium real quick. She's gonna be ranked up so hard by the end of this, okay? We might not get Haachama, but fuck off. It's like it's fucking literally spitting in my face, chat. It's spitting in my face. It's like, you want Hato? And it's like, yeah, I technically do. I technically do. But not like this. Is this not happening tonight? It's not happening tonight. Don't worry, we have a whole nother stream where we can do it again. Okay, last roll. You know what? We didn't get Haachama. We rolled 60 times and we haven't gotten. Okay, well, we've rolled twice on you. We rolled twice on you. We've had excess rolls. Nobody. Only one other thing has double digits, and that's the one where we're rolling for Watame. Do you think it's gonna take as long to unlock Watame as it is to unlock the Haachama outfit? I doubt it, but you know, you never know, chat. That's $44,000 down the drain. It wasn't down the drain though, chat, because where's Haachama? Because look, Haachama, without even playing, without even unlocking anything technically, by just rolling, because we rolled so much on Haachama, we got so many Haachamas, she's now gold ranked, chat. Look at that. Haachama is probably our highest ranked character now because we keep trying to roll for Haachama. Look at that. Amelia just barely getting to the gold. She's barely in the gold. Okay? But here, the true blonde, the natural blonde, Hato, you know, she's there, Jack, because she is golden. It's not a waste of money, Chad. If you can cope with it, you can get through it at the end of the day, okay? we didn't waste $44,000, Chad. We leveled up Haachama. We leveled up Hato. We don't have Haachama yet. We leveled up Hato. There was no waste of money. Don't be ridiculous, okay? Next stream, it's gonna like nothing will be able to stop us. Okay, we're gonna kill that big spider. I swear to God. But this marks the end of the stream right now. Thank you for tuning in, whether you've been a lurker or live chatter. If you've put up with this up until this point, if you've found me rolling for a Hato and rolling for Haachama and just getting Hato 50 times entertaining. I don't know, they're all blonde, they all look the same. Then come back for more, you know, I don't know. We'll be back next week, Thursday, to finish off Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and also hopefully beat the Spider Queen. We're not finishing stream until we beat the spider. I should not say that, but God knows how long the stream is gonna be because of that. But we'll be back next week. But for the rest of the week, I'd like to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. If you're not in America, I don't know, have a good rest of your week. Have a great day and a wonderful life. This is Merrick Vespa signing off from me to you. I'll see you next Monday on a collab with Shogmami. There will be a stream on this channel, but it will only be here to link to the Shogmami stream. It will not be going live. So there will be a stream simply to link if you don't already know where to find Shogmami. She should be in the VTubers. Actually, she's not. I was going to say on my homepage she should be on the VTubers, but I don't think she is. I didn't lose 10K. I just had a great night out in Vegas. Damn right I did. But with the Shogmami thing, actually, you know what? I'll just link to her channel. I'll link to her Twitch on Twitch if I can, if it'll let me. Kind of ruined my closer there, but I'll link to her Twitch on Twitch. Oh. Copy. So there you go, Twitch. If you don't already know where she is. And I'll link to her on the YouTubes real quick. And it didn't take in the search bar. Copy. And then paste for YouTube. Paste for YouTube. There you go. So that's where we will be on Monday when we come back. Oh. And yeah, I suppose with that, all I have to say is again, me signing off from me to you. Have a great day and a wonderful life. This has been Merrick Vespa. Bye. Oh, it's actually too quiet. There we go. Get up the flag. I don't know if they're the same font, but they still look different.